Today we're diving into a part of our anatomy that, let's be honest, we all think we know pretty well, but it's so much more than just a cushion for sitting. The gluteal region. It's a real engineering marvel. We're about to uncover why it's the true powerhouse of your body. So let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start with the view that's, well, pretty familiar to all of us. This is the gluteal region, right? On the surface, what you're seeing is defined mostly by that big, powerful gluteus maximus muscle. But, and this is the cool part, what we see here, it's just the cover of a much, much deeper story.
Yeah, because its most important jobs, you can't see them at all from the outside. They're totally hidden from view. So now we're going to peel back the layers and explore that hidden architecture, the stuff that really powers our movement and keeps us stable.
First up, let's meet the major players. These are the muscles that are responsible not just for the shape, but way more importantly, for the incredible power of the gluteal region. And this right here, this just shows that hidden complexity perfectly. So on the left, you see those big, powerful surface muscles we all know. But look what happens when we peel that layer back, like you see on the right. Whoa, we find this dense network of smaller muscles, nerves, and vessels. It's like finding the intricate machinery of a clock working just underneath the surface. So the bulk of this whole area is really formed by four key players. You've got the big guy, the powerful gluteus maximus. Then you have the stabilizers, the medius and minimus. And finally, there's the lesser-known but still super important tensor fasciae latae. Every single one of them has a very specific, very crucial job to do. Okay, let's talk about the gluteus maximus. This muscle is the undisputed star of the show when it comes to size. I mean, it is the largest muscle in your entire body, and it's the one closest to the surface here. Think of it as your primary power generator. Anytime you need that explosive force, like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or sprinting, yep, that's the gluteus maximus doing all the heavy lifting. Now, tucked right underneath that massive maximus, you've got the gluteus, medius, and minimus. Now, don't think of these as powerlifters. They're more like precision engineers. Seriously, with every single step you take, these two muscles are firing away to keep your pelvis perfectly level. They stop you from tipping over side to side. They're absolutely essential for a smooth, stable walk.
All right, so we've met the muscles, but now let's check out the infrastructure that actually powers them. To get nerves and blood to these big engines, they have to travel through some really cleverly designed channels. We're talking about the pelvis's secret passageways.
And to get this, there's one key word you need to know: foramen. All it is, simply put, is a natural opening. Think of it like a tunnel or a doorway that lets things pass through a solid structure, like a bone.
And check this out. This shows how these passageways are so ingeniously formed. The pelvic bone itself just has these big notches in it, but then these really strong ligaments stretch across those gaps, and boom, they create complete tunnels. These become the greater and lesser sciatic foramina.
And that greater sciatic foramen, you can think of it as the grand central station of the pelvis. It is a superhighway. You've got muscles, major blood vessels, and a whole bundle of critical nerves all passing through it. And that includes the most famous, and yeah, the largest of them all, the sciatic nerve. So all this talk about this dense network of nerves and vessels, it leads us to a really practical, real-world application: injections. Intramuscular injections. And there's a very good reason they are given in a very, very specific spot. So, have you ever wondered about that? Like, why are they so precise? It's a big muscle, right? Why can't they just stick the needle anywhere in there?
Well, here's the answer. The injection is always aimed at what's called the superior lateral quadrant. All that means is the upper outer corner of the buttock. This is not a random spot. It is a very carefully mapped out safe area.
And the reason for all this precision? It's simple, but it's also critical. It's not about what you're trying to hit. It's all about what you're trying to miss. And this is the critical structure they're trying to avoid, the sciatic nerve. This thing is the largest single nerve in your entire body. And guess what? It runs right through this area. So that safe zone for injections is chosen specifically to stay way clear of this vital nerve so you don't cause any damage. Believe me, when it comes to injections here, location is everything. Okay, so let's circle back for a second to those stabilizing muscles we talked about, the gluteus medius and minimus. Let's see exactly what happens when they can't do their job properly. This, right here, is the anatomy of a stable walk. So here's how it works. When you stand on one leg, the gluteus medius and minimus on that same side fire up. They act like strong cables, just holding your pelvis perfectly level. But if those muscles are weak or if the nerve that controls them is damaged, well, there's nothing to hold the other side up. And the pelvis on that unsupported side, it just drops.
And this is exactly what that looks like. On the left, you see a healthy, level pelvis, solid. But on the right, you see that classic pelvic drop. This is actually called a positive Trendelenburg sign, and it leads to a very distinctive waddling walk as the body tries to compensate. It's just such a clear visual of how incredibly vital these muscles are for every single step we take.
You know, there's a quote from our source material that I think just sums this all up perfectly. It says that physically, the gluteal region is part of the trunk, but functionally, in everything it does, it's definitely part of the lower limb. It's the command center. It's the bridge that connects our core to our legs.
So, think about it. From generating raw, explosive power to ensuring that delicate stability with every step, the gluteal region is both your body's engine and its anchor. It is so much more than just a cushion. Now that you know how critical it is for pretty much every move you make, the real question is, how are you going to take care of yours?